Hey there everybody, it's Michelle again and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, I truly appreciate it. As you can tell from the title of the video, we are making peanut butter chicken, so let's go ahead and get started. First of all, you're going to need a stock pot filled with around 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm just using canola oil here. And you want to go ahead and chop up some garlic as well as slice some onion and place that into your pot. We're just going to stir that up for a few minutes, getting those raw flavors out of the dish. And then now temporarily, I'm just grabbing some tongs here and we're taking the onion out of the dish just for a few minutes while we make the rest of the meal. And then you need to add around 3 to 4 tablespoons of flour as well as around 5 tablespoons of chili powder. I'm mixing hot and mild. If you prefer, you can make it mild or you can make it all hot, whatever you prefer. We're just going to place that in and we're going to go ahead and make a roux. We're just going to stir that up. And as you can see in the next clip that I needed to add some more oil, so I'm adding another couple tablespoons of canola oil. And we're just going to stir that up, making a roux. Toasting that chili up and getting those raw flavors out of there. And then next it's time for some chicken broth. At this point I'm only adding around 2/3 of the box of chicken broth, but you should really add the whole box. I went ahead and made a mistake thinking I'd only need 2/3 because the box looked a little large. So go ahead and add the entire box of chicken broth. We're just going to stir that up. And then I'm adding around 4 cups of hot water. And then I'm just whisking that in, making sure it's nice and smooth. Giving it a taste to see where we're at this point, if we need more water or more chicken broth, and I decided to go ahead and add the rest of the chicken broth. Next, it's time for our spices. So this is all to taste, guys. So whatever you prefer. If you want it more salty, add more salt. If you want it more peppery, add more pepper. So add a couple tablespoons of salt. Actually, a couple teaspoons of salt, not tablespoons. You'll hate me if you do that. So a couple teaspoons of salt. And then we're going to add some garlic powder, around 2 to 3 teaspoons. And then some onion powder and some oregano. And then add just a little bit of pepper. Everything will be listed in the description box below, as the recipe and your grocery list as well. And you're going to go ahead and whisk that up. And now it's time for the star of the show, the chunky peanut butter. You can use Jif, you can use Skippy, you can use store brand, whatever you prefer. I'm adding around 2 to 3 heaping tablespoons of peanut butter. And this is the chunky peanut butter. And then grab your whisk one more time and go ahead and whisk that in until everything is nice and smooth. And then give it another taste. And I decided it needed some more garlic, so go ahead and add some more garlic and feel free to taste it along the way. As it starts to cook, feel free to taste it and see what it needs. Now add your onions back in, as well as your chicken. And go ahead and place the lid on, and we're going to let this cook for 2 hours. You can place this on the stove and let it cook, or you can put it in the oven, whichever you prefer. I went ahead and did it on the stove top. And this is what the dish looks like after 1 hour. As you can see, it's starting to thicken. Make sure you stir it quite often so as not to stick to the bottom. And this is what it looks like after 2 hours. And as you can see, the gravy has thickened, it's deepened in color, and the meat is starting to fall off the bone. So that is it, everyone. That is my version of peanut butter chicken. Even the dog loves it. As you can see, he's made an appearance. So go ahead and plate this up. You can plate it up with rice. You can plate it up with mashed potatoes. You can just eat it in a bowl with a tortilla, whichever you prefer. So as always, everything will be listed in the description box. And I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao, everyone. Bye-bye.